Hi there, I'm Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard, and welcome to Ween Talk episode 22, entitled The Ween Song That Brought Me to Tears. But this should actually be called the Ween Talk episode that almost didn't fucking happen because I've been in an epic battle trying to unclog my bathroom sink for most of the morning. I had to go to Home Depot first thing and rent one of those fucking snakes, and oh man, I got the whole fucking thing down the sink. And like it wouldn't come out at one point, and I don't know if you've ever unclogged the sink here. And by the way, yeah, this is where the channel's at right now. Am I reaching for content 22 episodes into Ween Talk? I'm talking about unclogging my sink, but look, I pulled this fucking thing out. I worked through the clogs, and like I don't know, like how dirty me and my wife are, but it was like fucking dirt. Like it smelled like earthy sand. Like if when you're a kid, you'd play in the water and you'd pull up mud and try to throw it in your brother's eyes or whatever, and he was older than you, so that didn't work. And then he beat the shit out of you and put mud in your eyes. But if you remember the smell of that, that's exactly what it smelled like, what was coming out of my sink. And of course, there was illustrious strands of beautiful red hair. So that's what I've been up to this morning. I hope you are very well wherever you may be. I hope that you haven't had to go through that. And also, I just want to also talk about some of the human fucking noise that was coming out of me while I was doing this. Like, I think I'm still worked up about this. If you're waiting for the episode to start, move forward a little bit, because right now I'm talking about my goddamn sink. I was making these like guttural noises, like, and I was beating with sweat because I'm fucking immensely out of shape. I haven't been to the gym for like a month. I just had to cancel my membership because I can't do cardio with a mask on. I did a fucking Peloton. Me and the wife did a Peloton exercise. The app's free, by the way. 60 days for free. If you want a free exercise app, check it out. It's actually pretty good. Anyways, did a Peloton exercise the other day, and I almost fucking barfed. I was doing what they call a burpee, and if you don't know what a burpee is, I can tell you that what it is to me is I fall to the ground, and I almost basically just land face first, and then I manage to get myself up again. Well, an extremely attractive aerobics instructor tells me I'm doing a good job. Anyways, in the bathroom, beating fucking sweat coming off of me, pulling up clumps of hair and fucking human dirt residue out of my sink. Got it done. Wasn't sure if this episode was going to happen, but hey, thank you for sticking with me. I think I've wound down, and I'm ready to get into the episode. Once again, Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard here. I hope you're doing very well wherever you may be, and thank you to the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you for listening to that once again. But let's get into this episode here. As you can tell, I'm a little worked up. I really am. Sometimes when I'm this worked up, I try to start an episode and I'll kind of get into it like I am right now, and I'll stop and I'll restart because, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? Sometimes you gotta fucking soldier through. Thank you for sticking with me. Anyhow, thank you for the new subscribers, and let's get into this episode. Am I going to say that again? I don't fucking know. Let's do it. So in this episode, I want to talk about some upcoming Ween shows. This is the time of the year where I traditionally go to their website and pick the show that I might try to get to. In 2019, it was the Nashville run that I was lucky enough to get to. It was fucking fantastic. They played most of the Golden Country greats. They did 2 nights in a row. It was fantastic. I think I've talked about that before. But yeah, anyways, this is the time of year where I normally sit down and pick a couple of Ween shows or a Ween show to try and get to. But this year, I honestly don't know if it's going to fucking happen, because I'm not going to buy tickets and reserve accommodation and plane tickets and all that shit if I don't know if I can physically fucking get down there, or if I'm going to have to come back and quarantine for 2 fucking weeks. So I don't know if it's going to happen, and that might be actually contributing to a little of my wound up fucking fervor that I seem to be in here. But I was looking through the shows here. I just want to pull them up. I got them up on a screen. I got the Ween website. Obviously, let's make it a little bigger here. Let's give the fucking window some screen time here rather than this angry fucking man today. Now, there's the earliest show is going to be in Illinois. Definitely wasn't interested in going to that one. If I'm going to travel somewhere, it's probably not going to be Illinois. No offense to anybody out there in Illinois, but it's a little far from me. And yeah, so I was realistically looking at maybe trying to get down to Houston, to Texas. There, I've never been to Texas. Let's get me back up here. I'm good looking. I deserve some screen time here. Anyhow, yeah, I was thinking about trying to get to the Texas show. for that show, but I don't know if that's going to happen, or maybe Irving. A little further out, Dillon, Colorado, my buddy Nick, who's been on the show. I think he was talking about the show. He candidly invited me to come watch the show. He said something about having a boat or whatever. I don't know if that's the oldest lure a guy to his death internet trick I've ever heard, Nick. But yeah, I mean, I would consider going to some of those shows. That's a fucking 2-nighter. That would be great. But again, that's June, and I don't fucking know what's going to happen with COVID right now. So they're sticking everybody full of holes and pumping German fluid into them, and hopefully that'll save the fucking day. I don't fucking know. Should have bought some stock of that in 2019. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, Idaho, Boise. If it's as a Canadian, as somebody who's not American, I have a rule about visiting the states. If something is in a state, if the little abbreviation, if I don't know what it means, or if I don't know, I mean, obviously I know that Boise is Idaho. I think it's Idaho. But if I don't know of a fucking place, I'm not sure as fuck not going to travel there. So yeah, then we've got Washington. So that's obviously closest to me in July there. Might I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't think it's going to happen. Oregon, I don't know. Las Vegas is already sold out, so I'm hoping if you've bought tickets to that one, you can get there. So anyways, go to ween.com if you want to check out their tour dates. Hopefully you can get to a show, because it doesn't fucking well look like old fucking Tony McTonerson's going to be at the fucking shows anytime soon. Anyways, so what I'm going to do at the end of the show is I'm going to play a cover that was sent in the last episode, I believe it was. I kind of threw it out there for any of you out there who watch the show. If you have a Ween cover, to send it in, and I still want to request that if you've got something. If it's in any format, if it's a link or if it's a file that you can send me via email or something like that, please send it in. You can get in touch with me via email in the About section of my channel page, or you can DM me through Instagram. Honestly, it's Ween. I mean, we've all heard the pod, so it doesn't have to be perfect, man. I just want to share some tunes and see what some of you guys are playing, because Ween is it's interpretive both in the experience and the performance of it. I mean, Ween themselves have written songs like, I always go back to a song like Sorry Charlie on the album. It doesn't sound like much, but then by the time you hear it live at Stubbs, it's a fucking great song. So I want to hear your interpretations of some Ween songs. Send them in, and I will share them on a show here. And yeah, send some stuff in if you got it. But let's get to the title of this video. There's been a lot of preamble here. I'm sure we lost some people, but you know what? If you're fucking gone, fuck you anyways. I'm fucking riled. Happy New Year. I'm really not in that bad of a mood. I'm just, I kind of decided I wasn't going to do the video, and then I decided to do the video, and now I'm doing it, and I'm not going to stop it. So yeah, title, and you know what? I might fucking well break down and cry again at the end of this. I don't fucking know. Yeah, the Ween song that brought me to tears. Okay, so let me take you back in time here, because I'm happily married now. I have a good relationship. It's had its ups and downs, but let me take you back to 2009, which was a year that I got married and divorced. That's right. I'm on number 2 here, and statistically, they say that 50% of divorces end or 50% of divorces. 100% end in divorce. No, they say that 50% of marriages end in divorce. So this is my second marriage. So I'm hoping that statistic, as I understand it in my tiny fucking brain, will hold true, and that this one's going to last forever, because I'm in a very good place right now. But back in 2009, I married a girl, and I got divorced, and it was all in a very short span of time, like 3 months. Like, the legal divorce happened a couple of years later, but the marriage and the separation happened very quick. And let me tell you, I was devastated. I had all kinds of hurt going on. I felt like I got a raw deal. I felt humiliated. I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to talk about it. I was fucking banging back the sauce. Now, before I get too dark here, I just want to say that things got better for me. And in retrospect, I look at that as being the single best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, because at the time, all I did was work. I didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't exploring outside interests. I didn't take fucking time off. I wasn't traveling. I was doing nothing that was productive personally. And you know what? In retrospect, neither was my ex-wife. So it was probably the best thing that happened to both of us. Would she say that? I don't fucking know. Haven't talked to her in years. Wish her well. But anyways, off topic. It was the best thing that happened to me. But at the time, it was like pits of fucking despair. And music is something that I had always turned to kind of lift me up, or definitely in the case of Ween, to even make me laugh. Lots of great bands that have gotten me through. But I'm not the kind of person who gets emotional and like brought to sad tears by music. I'd never had that experience. And, I'd get the chills or something. I remember the first time I listened to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And I remember getting smoking weed, of course. But I remember the first like real listen that I ever gave that. And it was kind of always like I was like, that's like my dad's music. And the first time I ever smoked some weed and listened to that, I remember getting the chills. And it was it's haunting. But at any rate, got divorced, was in a really dark place. And I remember I was driving home from work one day, and I remember exactly where I was driving, and I just had a CD, because I think this was kind of pre-Spotify kind of era. I had my Ween mix CD, slipped it in, and the song Back to Basim came on, and I swear to God, if I was to guess a song, like a group or band that would reduce me to like tears, like a fucking sputtering baby, it would not have been Ween. Like I say, I go to Ween for joy, and I didn't see this one coming. And yeah, it was Back to Basim, and it was the line where he goes, fuck, I think I got the guitar here. Another unplugged electric guitar session here, but it was the fucking line where it was like, just like the dancer who has lost her leg. She laughs alone, but then she's crying. Anyways, I haven't played that song in a while, but maybe I should record a cover of that. I don't know. But the dancer who's lost her leg, that fucking line, it brought me to fucking shuddering tears, to the point where I had to pull over the car and just weep it out. And it was broad daylight. I was a grown man weeping in his work truck. People were walking by, families walking by. There was a mother pushing a stroller, and she looked at me and she gave me like the, ooh, and I think her kid saw me too. And the kid was like, going to do like, mister, what's wrong? And she just pulled him away. She's like, this is not our fucking problem, sweetie. And she marched on down the road. I had to turn the song off. And for years, I could not listen to Back to Basim. It brought me to that sad fucking place. Fast forward 2009 to 2021, everything's worked out great for everybody. The world is a beautiful place. Obviously not. But fast forward to the current time, and I can listen to that song, and I couldn't tell you exactly what that song is about, but I know what it means to me, and I think that's the real experience of music, is being able to take something inwardly and outwardly, and that's a fucking sentence full of nonsense. But anyways, that song now is a place of joy to me, and you know what? I like to think that somewhere out there, that dancer, has overcome the obvious impediment of losing a leg, but dances on. So that's my hope for the dancer. But anyways, that was the Ween song that brought me to tears. A little bit of a long-winded story. Thank you very much for sticking through this episode if you're still here. Like I say, I've had a long day, and you know what? I didn't feel like holding back, and thank you very much for listening to that. But hey, you know what? If there's a Ween song, or any song for that matter, but particularly a Ween song, because this is a show about Ween, that's giving you an emotional response, it could be happy, it could be sad, whatever it is. If you've got a long story you want to share, type it out in the comments or DM it to me on Instagram. Or if you want to come and be a guest on the show, please reach out to me, because the thing that's made this fucking channel, the reason why I've kept doing this channel, is because so many people have been talking to me in the comments, people have been talking to me on Instagram, email, and I love it. It's been very fun. So reach out to me if you've got it. Reaching out now. If you've got a Ween-related emotional experience you would like to share. So that is my story. Now, moving on from that sad sack bullshit epitome, let's get into a Ween cover. So I had a couple of Ween covers in. There's another one. There was a Polo Asada that was sent in to me. I'm going to put that on the next episode. But my buddies here in BC, the Tooter Touchers, they're fronted, I'm going to say fronted, yeah, by my buddy JP, who's actually building me a custom guitar right now. JP, if you're watching, hurry the fuck up. I need to shred. Actually, it's a telly, so I'm on a chicken pick. But in any event, Tooter Touchers are a group of guys that I know from Vancouver kind of area. And we used to do local shows twice a year. We used to do like a whole fucking Ween themed show. It'd be 4 or 5 bands doing nothing but Ween. We'd do one around Halloween, and we'd do one as close to Cinco de Mayo as possible. For you, this is their version of You Fucked Up. And after this, I'm going to conclude the episode. Thank you so much for sticking through this one. You know what? It's the beginning of a new year, and I think the reality of coming back from holiday may have set in for me. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, but thank you very much for watching this video, and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and take care of yourself. Here are the Tooter Touchers with You Fucked Up. right, yeah. For God's sakes. That's just what kind of day it's been, folks. But hey, you know what? Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ween Talk. And I'm Colin Lamb, a.k.a. the Tone Wizard. If you got anything to say about the episode, please let me know in the comments. Have yourself a very fucking nice day, and we will talk next week. Bye-bye.